dal Belgio. Mayal Kapadia, cineasta dall'India. Luca Marinelli, attore dall'Italia. Nelson, attore, scrittore, regista e produttore dagli Stati Uniti. Allora avete guardato 17 titoli, 17 film da tutto il mondo. Now we are very curious to know che cosa avete scelto.
Buongiorno. I would like to say, I think also on behalf of my fellow jury members, that we had a very good time watching a selection of very interesting films, very diverse, very many young filmmakers, I think, also focusing on a very original handwriting in some films, which we appreciated a lot. And we had interesting discussions. I personally would say I really learned from that, what it is to be a filmmaker, what it takes to make a film, and also to understand how different any audience understands a film. So, but we did come up with a decision.
So,
and I start?
Sorry, yes, with the mentions.
The special mentions.
Exactly.
The first special mention goes to a film that addresses a topic that remains a worldwide taboo. We understand through the film that motherhood is an overloaded idea that no woman can fulfill, especially when she's left alone. The film reminds us that childcare has to be a collective effort. We gave a special mention to Salve Maria by Mark Koll.
And then we have a special second mention.
A film that takes us on an epic cinematic journey into the lives of not one but several youth working in garment workshops in China. It harps not on the denial of human dignity but on the collective strength to constantly fight for it. In a world with extreme inequities, we are confronted by the daily lives of those whose labor will never rightfully be rewarded. For this, we gave the special mention to Youth Hard Times by Wang Bing.
Con Luca iniziamo con il primo Pardo per la migliore interpretazione. Prego.
Buonasera. We are completely impressed by the work of an acting ensemble that gives the audience a very precise portrait of an aspect of our society. We consider their work as an important political and social dance that they perform together, creating a high level of communication, listening, and communion. And we want to honor this amazing work in its technical, artistic, and human aspects. The Pardo for the best performance goes to Gelmine Glimjeite, Agne Kakteite, Giedrus Kiela, Paulus Markavicius, in the film Cesis by Laurina Ferreira.
Dear jury, the festival, dear creators, dear cinephiles, dear crew of the film Drowning Dry Sasses. It is a mind-blowing, heart-expanding honor and a gratitude to be here and receive the award. Please take me not only on the behalf of the crew that was respected by this award, do not take me only on the behalf of a small country for which 2 films in the main program already is a historical event. Leopards going to Lithuania is more than a well-understood respect and inspiration for the upcoming. I'd love to share my joy, but I can't do it fully, because I'm standing here on behalf of millions of people from the Northern Europe, whose hearts are beating in one rhythm, standing together with Ukraine and its people under the time of war, full-scale, horrific invasion and genocide. Long live good cinema, long live humanity, and the people who believe that humanity exists not only in cinema. It can exist in real life, as long as we choose it. Thank you.
Al Pardo for Best Performance, secondo Pardo per la migliore interpretazione.
On behalf of the jury, I also want to thank Gianna, and personally I want to thank him for introducing me to these incredible people. It's just an honor to serve with them. Okay, so acting is often about listening, considering, strategizing, and of course feeling, all while your character is trying to make sense of the world and get what they want. And of course, when your character does speak, it's about seeming to come up with the words while they're being voiced. This is enough of a challenge in a close-up, but it's even more demanding of performers in master shots with a scene partner or several scene partners. In an art form that can be all about getting attention, there's a boldness to delicacy, patience, and restraint. In Hong Sang-soo's deeply moving By the Stream, an actress does all of this and far more, causing this entire jury to marvel. We're pleased to give the Pardo for Best Performance to Kim Min-hee.
로카르노와 주어리 분들께 진심으로 감사드립니다. 길게 찍고 싶었는데 5일이 너무 짧았습니다. 그 짧은 시간이 너무 행복했고 같이 작업해 주신 권혜우 배우님, 주윤희 배우님 너무 즐거웠습니다. 감사합니다. 같이 인상 나누고 싶습니다. 그리고 영화를 보고 따뜻한 말들 건네주신 관객분들 다 너무 감사드립니다. 이렇게 아름다운 영화 만들어주신 홍상수 감독님, 저는 당신의 영화를 너무 사랑합니다. 네, 함께 작업하게 해주셔서 너무 감사합니다. 감사합니다. 다들 행복하세요.
Sincere thanks to Locarno and all the jury members. I really wanted to film this movie for longer. 5 days was too short for the filming. I was incredibly happy for those 5 days whilst we were making the film. And to my fellow actors, Kwon Hae-hyo and Jo Yoon-hee, I really enjoyed working with you, so thank you very much. Thank you to all the warm words from the audience members who saw this film. And thank you to the director Hong Sang-soo for making such a wonderful and beautiful film. I deeply love your films, and thank you for the opportunity to work together with you. Many thanks again to everyone, and I hope you're all happy.
Thank you, Sarah, for the translation. E ora il momento del Pardo per la migliore regia della città e regione di Locarno con Diana, prego, un Pardo for Best Direction del valore di 20.000 franchi.
Hi everyone. I want to say other things, but I'll read my text. This film portrays what seems like the normalcy of relationships in a well-crafted, I'm small, I know. Gripping narration. The story opens the door to existential divides and the failure of our most basic connections. The jury praises the director's ability to build cinematic tension and coherence, therefore creating a very powerful reflection on the fragility of human relationships and how fast we can collapse into tragedy. The part of the best direction goes to Lorena Baresha for Sausage, Running Dry.
Again, thank you. Thank you a lot for the selection committee. Thank you for the festival. Thank you for selecting us and giving us the ability to show our film. While I was doing the film, the whole time, I somehow thought that it kept running away from me, and I'm trying to catch it. And now it makes sense, seeing this leopard that I got. So, yeah. And I had some more things to say, but my cast said a lot of them, so I just want to thank them. It proves that I made the right choice, and I'm really proud that you worked with me. Also, the whole crew, Clementina. Again, we did this, and thank you.
Thank you. Il premio speciale della giuria dei comuni di Ascona e Losone, che consiste in 30.000 franchi. Please, Tim.
Our jury prize goes to a film that explores with tremendous impact how wildly differing cultures can oppress and alienate in myriad ways. Limitation, in other words, can take many forms, sometimes physical, sometimes societal, often psychological. And too often, we assume our way of being is definitively better and more liberating than another, causing us to ignore the shortcomings in our own lives. This is a film with restrained but impeccable camera work, a narrative trajectory that hurtles forward with breathtaking directorial confidence, and a central performance that is utterly riveting. For her bravery in exploring the imprisoning patriarchy in one culture, while also exposing the tragic limits of her own, we give the special jury prize to Austria's Kurdwin Ayub and her film, Mom.
So nice words. Yes, thank you, because you know, as a filmmaker you feel often like you're not good enough and stuff, and also waiting for approval from festivals and which one will take one. So like also I got a letter from Jonah when he invited our film, and it was so touching. Like I was really like, wow. And also this is awesome. Yes, so thank you, and I memorized thank you on behalf of my producer Ulrich Seidel, who was not able to come. He's not dead, he's alive. And he sends his appreciation of this award, and also it's not only me, it's my whole cast and crew, so we all thank the jury and thank Jonah and the festival for having this movie. So my cats will love that award. Thank you.
Jessica Hausner. Eccoci infine al Pardo d'Oro, Gran Premio del Festival e della città di Locarno, Pardo d'Oro Grand Prize of the Festival and the City of Locarno, del valore di 75.000 franchi suddivisa tra la produzione e regia. Jessica Hausner, a lei il piacere di annunciare il Pardo d'Oro 2024.
Allora,
we award the Pardo d'Oro to a film about youth, especially young women who desperately try to find a future. It convinced us because of its artistic visual style, its very powerful actresses and actors, and its really original and unusual story structure that was very surprising on the one hand, but also very convincing. And it led to an understanding of the hardship as well as the beauty of being different, or we could even say of being a freak. I hope you prepared a second speech. We give the Pardo d'Oro to Aki Plesha, Vesale
Thank you so much.
Maybe you can take the microphone so you can stand. Be proud.
Yeah, I thought about it for some time. I have to be a freak here. I was just so honored to be selected to this festival at the first place. It was enough for me, coming from very humble beginnings, you know, and always doubting myself. But I feel really privileged to be here to receive this award. I feel really privileged that I'm able to tell this story. I feel privileged to be able to make films, and I want to use this platform to acknowledge this privilege that we have now, that we can celebrate cinema and make films and talk about films. And you know, in a lot of parts of the world, people don't have this privilege. And in a lot of parts of the world, people don't have privilege to feel safe. And in a lot of parts of the world, people don't even have privilege to be alive, and they have to fight for just to exist. So I want all of us to acknowledge this privilege that we have. And thank you so much. I'm overwhelmed.
d'Oro 2024. Thank you jury, thank you for your good job. Grazie mille di tutto, grazie. Dunque grazie alla giuria del concorso internazionale, grazie a tutte le giurie che hanno partecipato a questa edizione del Locarno Film Festival. Ora hanno lavorato con grande impegno, grande passione, adesso possiamo piano piano cominciare a rilassarci un pochino. Intanto però vorrei chiamare qui vicino a me ancora una volta il direttore artistico Giovanna Nazzaro.
I'll better lean to this, otherwise the motion will knock me down. It's been quite a ride. We have seen a great deal of great works. And first of all, I want to thank the people I worked with, my valiant selection committee. Once again, we managed doing this job with great passion, listening to each other, arguing a lot, but always in the name of cinema and in the greatest respect of the films that were submitted. It is indeed a privilege, Shaule, when you are exposed to such wealth of talent, passion, integrity, love. And it is not easy to work with the creativity of your fellow humans when war is raging everywhere, when hatred tears us apart, when everybody wants to be only with their fellow people from their own village and don't feel the curiosity to hear and listen and feel what happens in the next village. So, if you allow me this very simple image, Locarno here is the best village possible because we are here all together with our differences, with our strengths, with our passions, with our love, with our idiosyncrasies, but we listen to each other. We listen to each other. We don't try to shout on each other. We disagree respectfully, but we are together. And this, for me today, is still, again, once more, the very first spark of hope. And I know this sounds a bit corny, but what is there left if we are not listening to each other? We should really start thinking that maybe we should just walk away. Walk away from hatred, walk away from war, and, you know, start thinking that there is a better way to be human beings. I know this also sounds corny, but I'm sure that when you are making a film, somehow you think like Rossellini. I mean, this could help us become better human beings. And I don't want to put myself and our selection committee on the same plane as you, extremely talented artists, but believe me, we are extremely concerned with the image of the world that our selection projects. Rossellini wanted to make a very last film, and it should have been called Lavorare per l'umanità. It means working for humanity. And there's many ways you can do that. You can do that by challenging the status quo, and we need to do that. There's so many things that are simply not working, and to shut down means to be accomplished. On the other hand, it is also trying to uplift the soul of your fellow human beings. And maybe I'm naive, but again, Rossellini, cinema is the place where we can all come together. Rossellini came to Locarno in the very first days of this festival, 1946, 1947, and this message echoed from there. So, if I might say something to you all, I see in all of you a spark of Rossellini's great soul. So please, keep it alive, keep it shining. We need you all, cinema needs you, and our fellow human beings need you. So please, keep this light shining. Thank you.
Cerimonia di premiazione, grazie ancora a tutto il lavoro delle giurie, grazie agli artisti e alle artiste e grazie a voi pubblico, grazie a voi che ci state guardando sui canali RSI. Ci vediamo tra qualche ora in piazza, abbiamo ancora qualche premio e dobbiamo presentare il film della sera. Buon pomeriggio, a dopo, grazie.
Stop.